Why men tell lies. Hello, my name is Chengi and you, my precious one, are my world. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, and hit that notification bell so that you're informed every single time I upload a video. And so today we're going to be talking about why men lie. Okie dokie, now here's the thing, girls. What can I say? What can I say? What can I say? Men lie for the same reason, mainly, that women lie. Why human beings lie? Because we don't believe that we can get what we want if we are honest. Now, I like to think that it's not just men who lie, that women are equally as guilty. But we know as women that men probably lie a little bit more than we do. We kind of feel like, well, if you're honest with me, then perhaps I would respect you at the end of the day. I might not want to be with you, but at least I would respect you. I would, maybe even possibly consider giving you a chance. If you told me that you were in a relationship when we first met, yeah, I may not have continued to want to have a relationship with you, but I would have respected you. Here's the thing, ladies. He doesn't want your respect. He wants your body. He wants to shag you. He wants to have sex with you, okay? He doesn't want your respect. When a man lies to a woman, he is really not trying to earn her respect. He's really trying to deceive her so she can part with her trust, because trust is the component that keeps and makes us as women release our power to men. We're more able to sit back, lean back, and let him lead when we trust them. And so the idea of deception is so that we can build enough trust to relax and put our guard down. So what he wants when a man lies to you is that he wants your body. He wants to sleep with you. That's the number one reason. And he will say anything that he needs to say. And here's the worst thing about some men. I was talking to a guy friend of mine the other day, and he was talking about the fact that he was seeing one girl in one country, but he really had a crush on another one in another country. And what he would do is FaceTime her, come across as if there's nobody in the room, there's no one here. He would choose the times. He went through a meticulous sort of effort to hide the fact that there was another woman in one country and one in the other. He really wasn't interested in the one in the country that he was in, but he really was interested in the one that was in the country where he lives. And so he was putting on this big performance. Long story short, he gets caught and she's really upset, but he just could not justify it to himself. He did not understand why it had to end or why she was so upset. He just didn't get it, because in his mind, I don't really like this girl, and I didn't lie to the other one. I didn't say to the other one that there wasn't another girl. I just kept the idea and the concept that there was another girl out of this one's life, and I was trying very hard to explain that that is lying, that is deception. But in his mind, he had already compartmentalized the difference. Here's the thing, girls. Men have brains that compartmentalize stuff. That's why they get away with living with themselves even when they're telling a lie. Not all men lie. Most men, some men are truly very honest. But for those men who do lie, they have compartmentalized in their minds and rationalized their behavior so that they can live with themselves. The worst dangerous liar is a man who has already started to lie to himself. What made it very difficult for this young man to understand that I was saying that was lying is because he had already compartmentalized it. She is that, she means that to me, and I am not lying to either one of them by not telling them, okay? And this is why I created the 50 questions that every high-value woman needs answered. Never assume that you have the answer to a question because of how a man is behaving. Never assume he is single and not seeing somebody else because he's behaving as though he is single. Never assume that the fact that he's asking you out doesn't mean there's another woman in his life. Ask the questions. Ask them early. Ask the right questions. Don't assume you have the same values and the same principles. Ask the questions. And so you can get the 50 questions every high value woman needs to ask in the description link below to help you with the process of asking questions. And the questions that I have designed for you to answer, they're not questions that really permit much in the way of lies. He can only be honest because they don't seem to be showing off or telling on him, if that makes sense. But his response will tell you how his mindset is wired. Okay, this is how I have designed these questions, that there's no real reason to lie. It's impossible to lie for some of the questions, right? Because what we want to do is get to the bottom of who this man is. But men will lie, number one, because of sex. Number two, they will lie because they don't want to get caught, because they are afraid of loss, like every single last one of us. If I tell the truth, if I tell her the truth, I will lose her. They're afraid of being in trouble. If I tell her the truth, she will not be able to handle the truth. Now you'll be like, I asked him straight up and he didn't tell me the truth. This is a man who is afraid that you will not be prepared to accept his truth, whatever it is. So when you are in a relationship with a guy and you find that he's told a few porkies, what really matters if you want the truth out of him is to make your place, your space, a safe space. You want your world to be the safest world for him to be in. Make it easy for him to tell you the truth. Don't have a judgmental attitude. Be okay with people's truths. Carry that energy around with you. And I find that men are very honest with me, because I don't come across as I will judge you, I will do something to you if you tell me the truth. And then there's just some men who are just completely selfish, who haven't told a truth in a million years. They don't even know what the truth looks like. They're compulsive liars. That is what they do. It is their way of communicating with the world. I used to date a guy who lied about everything all the time, even when it wasn't necessary. Now, you will know if you're dealing with a liar because they will lie about things that don't even need to be lied about. You know, you would say to him, hey, how was your day? It was great. What did you do? Well, I did nothing. I was just watching television when he went to Tesco to do shopping. Like, do we have to lie? You could have just said, oh, I went to Tesco and I came back. But he was so used to not actually telling the truth about anything at any time that actually it became part of who he was. And these are possibly the most dangerous liars in the world. These are men who have made lies their truth, and they're extremely dangerous. And you can spot them when you ask them a question, or when you're with them and they just lying to people around them over things they don't need to lie about. Then you know that that guy is a liar and very, very dangerous to me. So by and large, in conclusion, what you want to do is create a safe space if you're in a relationship for your partner to be able to tell you the truth without you going off on one, throwing a tantrum. Let it be okay for him to tell you the truth. The first time you threw a tantrum when he told you the truth, that was the last time he would ever tell you the truth. Now you can begin to create a situation around him where when he tells you the truth, he gets a neutral response. Okay, if you are dating somebody and they're telling you lies, you just need to keep it moving, because that person is not trying to get your respect, they're trying to get into your knickers. And if you are in a relationship with a pathological liar, with somebody who is a compulsive liar, then really you need to consider leaving that relationship, because you will be surprised how deep and how dark and how dreadful their lies can be. And many women have been caught up married to a man with debt and wives and children and all kind of separate lives that they didn't know about. You don't want to be that girl. So I hope this video helps you understand a little bit better, and I'll see you soon in my next video. In the meantime, take care of you. Love you lots. Bye bye now.